guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the garage. Welcome to our UCC recap video. So I know you guys are probably expecting videos throughout UCC or one for each day of UCC, but quite honestly, my focus was not the YouTube stuff or the videos. The focus was UCC. I was there to compete in the event. I wanted to do well. I'm very happy with how we placed. But I basically, when we go up to do an event, I just tell somebody to grab the camera or I'd grab it. I was not concerned about getting footage. There's enough media there that would get footage and people sending me videos, thankfully. Thank you, all of you. If I have your video in here and I don't give you credit, I'm sorry, but just stuff has been coming from all angles. But anyway, we're at the house. I've actually already started taking the truck apart. So we'll get into why, because sled pull day, something happened and I can't figure out what yet. I mean, the ramps are still just off the trailer. I haven't even unloaded all that. Front clips off, fluid, front diff, transfer case fluid. We'll get into all that in a second, but I wanted to see what happened. So I will sit down and kind of do this right. I'm going to have to prop you up because it's going to be a lot of talking. But like I said, I wasn't focusing on the YouTube and the video stuff because I was there to compete, and that's where my mindset was. I mean, I didn't even get a GoPro in the truck on drag day. I got it in there for the dyno. I got it in there for the sled pull as well, but didn't have a memory card in it. But that was not my focus. I was focusing on each event, focusing on our plan for each event, so on and so forth. So before I prop you guys up and put you on a tripod and like sit in front of the truck and do one of those type of deals, I really need to thank Derek, Nicole, and Dylan from DNR Customs. We would not have done nearly what we did without them. So UCC, you always hear everybody talk about the team and all that. And part of me going, one thing I wanted to prove is that you didn't need that. And I think I've proved that you don't need a team to build the truck, but to compete in the event, you absolutely do. And my hard head, and I tried to say it when I was getting my award for the drag racing, which we got third in. And I don't know if it came off how I meant it. There was a lot going on for me. But that was what I was trying to convey, is that you could build this truck in your garage. If you watch these videos, you have the blueprint to build this truck. There's no secret sauce. But to do that event, we had very minimal issues, and I still had a lot of people around me helping me. A lot of you had reached out to help me, but you do need a team to do it and not basically just work yourself completely to death. So, but back to thanking the DNR people, Derek, Nicole, and Dylan. My phone's ringing, of course. But anyway, thank you to you guys. Great people. I had reached out to Derek, I don't know if it was a month ago or whatever. I did not ask him to come and help me at the event or anything like that. I just asked him for some advice for like the dyno, maybe some general UCC advice, but mainly the dyno, because that was, that's kind of Derek's thing, is the dyno. And I just wanted to try and get I was trying to get some advice, from anybody who knew anything, and that's like the dyno guy. And it kind of became him reaching out to say, hey, we're going to bring our stuff down and we're going to, pit for you or be your pit kind of deal, which they did, that was huge. I mean, I would have had just a little pop-up tent and my open car hauler, and they brought their beautiful trailer down with, canopy and all that kind of stuff to make a great working environment and all that. But also Derek kind of coached me through everything, helped me with my nerves and stuff like that. And Nicole as well, and Dylan, like, they're all very knowledgeable about the event, and I mean, they are students of that event. That is for sure. They just know the ins and outs of it. So I can't thank those three enough. The coaching that they gave me and the knowledge, and even just looking at data and trying to make slow changes to improve how the truck works, was leaps and bounds. This is stuff that took them years of trial and error to achieve or to figure out, and now I hopefully can retain all that knowledge. I'm sure I'll be hitting them up often about questions here and there, but there's no way I could ever repay them for that, other than saying, if you live up in Michigan anywhere near them and you're looking for a diesel shop, They're great people. They're honest people. They're not going to try and screw you. They're knowledgeable. If you have a truck up in that area and you're looking for diesel shop, DNR should be your first call. And also, I guess once I become a veteran of this and we've gained a lot of knowledge, hopefully I can kind of do the same Derek did to me and kind of pay that forward to somebody else who's up and coming in this sport and this hobby. So once again, thanks to the DNR crew. Just truly appreciate it. We did, with those guys' help, we did amazing. So I'll prop you guys up and we'll go through all the events. All right, so hopefully this comes out well. I don't normally do a video like this. Normally we're working on the truck. So UCC day one, drag race day. So we had our driver's meeting, went up there, and pretty much it was a free-for-all in that aspect. I mean, you had all day to make your passes, so you could go up right at 9 o'clock when the lanes opened, or you could go up at 12, whenever, up until like 9 o'clock at night. They did have ODSS and like some testing tubes sprinkled in there, but they had specific times when they're going to be prepping the track for UCC so that the UCC guys could have the optimal prep. Now, you could go up at any time to make your runs, but that would have been the best times to do it. So my thinking going into this was I wanted to make 2 passes. I wanted to make initial hit like first thing in the morning, just kind of see where we were at, shake the truck out, make sure everything was good. And then I wanted to make an additional hit for the ODSS race. So I wanted to run on Saturday. As I had said in a previous video, I wanted to run Pro Street on Saturday. So I wanted to at least make 1 qualifying pass so that we could run that. I know ladder-wise or in the bracket, it would have been more beneficial to run all the qualifying passes, but I just wanted to do one run, save the truck, so that way on dyno day we'll figure out how the racing and all that goes. So went up, we were actually second in line to Eric Merchant. He had some sort of issue down track. Not sure exactly what happened, but we were in the truck waiting, which got me a little nervous because I realized it didn't heat the brakes up. Typically when we go up there with these TBM brakes, we've been dragging the brakes on the way up to get a little heat in them to make sure we don't push through the brakes. So now after Eric did that, I wasn't nervous at all because it was pretty much like a test and tune. So that was when I kind of got a little bit nervous, but then pulled up and I just kind of rode the brakes up. I don't know how much video I have of any of this because I haven't looked at it. I drug my brakes up. That's why I'm on the throttle at an unusual amount coming up to the line.
Track is clear. Tom Morrell refires the truck for Jen Cummins. Chopsticks back behind, giving the signal to Derek Rose where he wants him in that lane. Truck's been, I believe, the quickest of a 540 for the 8th mile. Around Quarryville, Pennsylvania.
Derek lined me up, got the truck up on the limiter, staged good, and the truck just left. It felt better than it has ever felt.
To the 60 out the back door. His new personal best 533 with a 632.23. Good time.
Hell yeah. Woo!
And I got to the end of the track. Lucas Oil's quarter-mile track, so the scoreboard's way down there, and I crossed the 8th mile. Scoreboard lit up with a 533, which is our fastest pass to date. 533 at 132, I believe, and I was blown out of the water. I wish I had my GoPro in there because I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I came back through, the return road. I saw some guys I know. They were asking how I did. I was screaming because I was like so excited about how we did. And just the truck did exactly what it was supposed to do. The only change that we had made to the truck, Derek and I went over the nitrous controller the night before. And looking at how the nitrous controller was set up, all the passes we made at Rudy's and at Cecil, the nitrous controller was shutting the nitrous off at 20 pounds of boost. So we were spooling up with nitrous launching, and then we'd hit 20 pounds of boost, and nitrous would cut off. So all those runs, majority of the run was fuel only. So we made that change, and we went 533. This, I don't know if it's me or the truck, but off the trailer, it always seems to be one of our best hits. So we went back, we waited, we let the truck cool down, we looked at our data log and all that. We actually turned our second kit of nitrous on for the first time. All this is on the tune number 1. We're just trying to dial that all in. Oh, and our 60 foot was like a 138, I believe, 60 foot. It was like one of the best 60 foots we've had. So we went back, we made some adjustments to our shift points in the anteater. We were shifting a little early in the 3rd and in the 4th. And also we made some nitrous adjustments and brought the second kit on, all on tune 1. So we had smoke down track. So at 45 pounds of boost, we were bringing on the second kit of nitrous. I don't even remember what jet was in there. So we went up at 130 because they're having the first ODSS qualifier for Pro Street. And any run you would make that day, whether it was for the ODSS race or not, would actually count towards the UCC pass as well. Went up and driver error, got up there, staged, and that light went off, and I went and we left under 9 pounds of boost. We were not fully spooled up. I think our staging limiter, we were making about 20 pounds of boost that day, and I left at 9. So the truck got a little out of sorts, 1.4 something 60 foot, and a 550 pass in the 8th. I was not happy with myself. As soon as I came back and looked at the data log, I knew exactly what I did. Wasn't real happy about it because I don't like beating myself. I don't like when I make a mistake, and that's the reason it didn't go fast. If it was something with the truck or that's all it had, that's one thing. But when you're beating yourself like that, you tend to beat yourself up a little more. So we looked over everything, and Justin Ziegler, in the meantime, had made a pass that was in the 530s. Tony Burkhart and the boys at 30 Hooker, we knew from Rudy's that they're probably going to be faster than us, and we weren't going to try and chase them. But Justin Ziegler made a pass, and he made like a 530 on the dot pass. So he was in the second place position. We made the conscious decision. It was up to me, but we talked it over, and he was only 8 points ahead of us, which really isn't a lot. And we were figuring the truck maybe would be in a high 520s, with the changes we made if I left on full boost. So I made the decision that we're going to convert the truck over to dyno mode, save the truck. All we did in between passes was I adjusted the band, and we made the adjustments I just talked about. So no issues. Got the truck suited up, changed the rear tires out, changed the tune-up up a little bit. What else? Oh, blocked the rear end up and got ready for the dyno. So then then we ended the day in 3rd place in the drag race. We got a plaque. I'll grab it. So we got 3rd place in the drags at Ultimate Callout Challenge, which I'm very happy with. Definitely going on the wall in the house. Extremely, extremely happy with this. Could we have gone up and made a faster pass? Possibly. Then Justin Ziegler could have possibly come and made a faster pass. We could have also gone up, tried to make a pass, and blown our transfer case apart, which unfortunately Kenny Bruner had happen to him. We could have smoked the transmission. We could have made a lot of work for ourselves. That's UCC. You never know what's going to happen. But we decided to save the truck up and work on our dyno strategy.
Upshift the way. Shift. Drives out the back end of the 6